Hello everyone, thanks for stopping by. How are you today? I am great. Well, I am now. It's been a day. I was, as a lot of you know who follow me, I've been doing a lot of organizing in my craft room because it's a really small space and it just got out of hand, you know? I just wasn't putting things away where they belong and well, I didn't have any place to put them where they belong. Well, now I do. So I added, let's see, 2 more shelves. And so now I don't really have any more wall space where I can add shelves, although my husband said I had a couple of more, I could add a couple of more shelves in one area, but I don't think that I need them. But anyway, I was on a roll. I was doing great. And I was just about finished, except for going through some tea stain paper and getting that put away and getting some things together that I need to mail out on Friday, and I stepped on glass. I had some sea glass in here that I had been decoupaging on, like these little pieces. This one doesn't have any decoupage on. Oh, this one might. Yeah. So see, I do decoupage on sea glass, and then I do like wiring around it. And so I had a piece, well, I had a whole container and it fell, and some of the, well, the sea glass didn't break, but some of the pieces I guess came off. And like I have another piece here. This is like a green color. So yeah, it's fun. I mean, I have no idea what I'm going to actually do with them, but they're pretty. So I'll do something with them someday. You know, I just like to play sometimes. And anyway, I stepped on a piece, you know, and I felt it, obviously right away. I didn't know what it was. And I went to brush it off my foot and it hurt. I was like, that didn't feel very good. And then, you know, I kind of was still walking around, and all of a sudden I see all this blood all over the floor, and I'm thinking, oh no. And so I sat right down in my chair, and thankfully I had some paper towel in here, and I wrapped it up, and it was still hurting a lot. So I went to take it off, and the blood just came pouring out. So I took my tweezers because I knew I could see like the piece of glass was still in there. And I couldn't grab it with the tweezers, and then I took a little pin, and I thought, oh no. So I lit a candle, and I, you know, put some, like I sterilized it, and then I put some antibacterial on. Meanwhile, it's bleeding. Anyway, I got the glass out, but it was pretty deep. So off to the ER and to stitches. So anyway, enough of that. My organizing was over, and I had a screaming headache when I got home, and I decided to let you know, don't clean your craft room barefoot. Ever. And I go barefoot all the time. I don't know about you all, but I just don't, you know, I just go barefoot. I'm in Florida. I'm just barefoot all the time unless I go outside. My flip-flops are by the door, and I throw those on when I go out, and I throw them off when I come in. So, yeah, that you know, my husband said, what did you learn? And I said, don't be barefoot in my craft room. He's like, yeah, wear your flip-flops. So I'm going to get a spare pair for indoors. So I have them. Anyway, I just decided, you know what, don't organize it all, because, you know, everything is so clean now, I don't want to touch anything. Oh dear. So tonight, I thought I'd bring you along. I had some ideas, and I was going to do this last night, and I just didn't feel well, so I just said, forget it, I'm not doing it. But I just thought, you know, maybe some of you might have a hard time doing collaging. And some of you might love to collage and not have a hard time collaging at all. Well, when I first started collaging, I was really having a hard time. I just did, you know. So what I did was, a lot of people have collage sheets in their kits. And I thought, oh, let's do this for my collage board. So what I would do is I would back it, and then I'd add all my bits and pieces how I wanted them. And then I'd cut them up, and I'd have it would be done. Or I would take this, and I would put it, on my little easel that I have next to me that holds my iPad, and I kind of just sort of follow it, So if you're following the, what's my style? What's your style? Oh my gosh, I just lost the name of it. Rach and Bella Crafts. Anyway, I think it's What's Your Style. I don't really remember. And I had the sheet here, and you know what? I'd shown it so many times on video that I think I might have thrown it away. I do have the dates, but I don't have like what's on it, like what the name of it is. But just go to Rach and Bella Crafts if you're not following it already. And yeah, you'll see what the collab is all about. Yesterday was Carol Laws, and she was absolutely fabulous. Fantastic. So much. Between her and Rose, I had to give another go at my steampunk. So they have like shabby chic, and which, of course is my go-to, but I really wanted to challenge myself. So it's shabby chic, vintage, and botanical. These sheets you can get on her Etsy shop, and this is like for the collaboration if you want to follow along, and they're only like $2, so you can get a lot of sheets, like, botanical, more like shabby chic, and more like a vintage. So this I would consider more shabby chic. This I would consider more vintage because, it's got a lot of like the tape, and, it's just different. This, piece here. It's funny, when I looked at it, I'm like, I have that, because I have a lot of her kits. So I didn't pull out the one that I would have used for steampunk because I'm not going to do any more steampunk. I've done it twice, and this morning I played for 4 hours while I was dyeing paper, in between dyeing paper. So that's one way you can do it. And then what you would do if you did it this way is that I printed this on cardstock, and then I just put some pink dyed paper, avocado stain paper on the back. So now all I'd have to do is cut it up the way I want it, and then, decorate it how I want it. This is one of my collage boards that I did, and I just photocopied it. So I would have these pieces or use it again in a collage board. And then this is a collage board that I made last night. So what I thought I'd do is the night before last, and I just did it on some graph paper. And so I'm going to try and do 2 tonight, and we'll see how it goes. So what I'm going to do is take this one, which I've backed, and we're going to get started. So like I said, this is the one from Rach and Bella Crafts. And if you look, show your style, JJ23. So just type in hashtag show your style or show my style. I'm not sure. JJ23. And you'll see all of the people so far that have been in the collaboration. Or if it were me, I would go to Rach and Bella Crafts on YouTube. I would subscribe because there's tons of freebies. And she's awesome. And yeah, and then head over to Etsy and buy this kit. It's, like I said, it's very inexpensive, and you can follow along because a lot of people are using these pages in the collaboration. So I thought that we would use one because I haven't been. I've been using other bits and pieces that I have because I don't want to print anything. Because I'm working on, my little golden book, which I'm almost finished with, and I have some really exciting news. I just remembered it. I had a conversation with Raindrop Lydia, and I am going to be a guest designer this month for her with her new kit. She has there's 4 parts to the kit, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and it's all blues and pinks. So I'm really, really excited, and it has really given me the confidence that I've needed for months. Like I've told you in past videos, I almost gave this up. Not junk journaling, but videoing and things like that. And, I've gotten so many great comments lately. And then when I got that message from Lydia and we talked, I was just like, yes, absolutely, because I have so many of her digitals anyway. So anyway, I'm really happy about that. I'm still going to be on Rach and Bella's design team. Obviously, I'm not ever going to leave that. That's my joy. So, and I'm on a couple of other design teams, but I haven't really been doing a lot with those design teams. Lindsay got injured. I'm a little bit behind on my ballet journal for Doreen and at Ooh La La Vintage Treasures. So I want to get those finished up. I do have my little golden book I want to finish. And definitely I want to use this spring kit because I did print out 1 page and I'm in love. It's just beautiful. So head on over to, they're all on sale right now. So Raindrop Lila on Etsy. And like I said, she's got a new kit out and it's on sale. I don't know for how long. So anyway, enough about that. Gushing about myself. So let's get started. So I'll do kind of both of them and show you, what my plans are. So for this one, like I said, I backed it onto here and just, glued it. And this is very, very brittle. So I've been using it on my collage sheets because it's just so brittle. There's really nothing I can do with it except use it on collage sheets because as soon as you touch it, it breaks. And then of course this one, which is, a little bit cheating, but you could sew. If you have a sewing machine, you could sew around it. I mean, there's just so many things you can do, and she's got it all done for you. And then just back it with tea stain paper or whatever kind of paper you want. And this one's already backed. So, and you don't have to do this on cardstock. I mean, you could absolutely do it on this and then just back it with any kind of paper. But I highly suggest, I've already copied this, scanned it into my computer because I'll use it again. And like I did with this one, I just copied it. I didn't even scan it into my computer. I just put it on and took a copy of it so I could show y'all. So, and another thing is this would make a great cover for a journal, because it's already all collaged. You did it. It's yours, And if that was on cardstock, that would be a beautiful journal cover or a page in a journal, It's just really nice. And all I did was stamp on it and use some of my, I have to admit the collage sheet like this came out, a lot better in my opinion. If I had printed this, if I didn't copy it, I scanned it and then printed it, it would have come out a lot better. But I just copied it so you could see it. Okay, so let's get started before we get too far behind. So I've already cut out some bits and pieces for what I want to do. And I'm just going to take a sip of water. Hold on 1 second. I don't have anything planned out except for this one. And then I thought of this one at the last minute. So if you don't know how to do collage boards or you're intimidated by doing collage boards, most kits come with a collaged sheet. Use that and practice on that. Or just use it, you know, put it up in front of you and kind of go by what they've done, you know? Or watch Rach and Bella or any channel. Just type in collage board or master board, and there's thousands of people who have done them. But this is just a little bit cheating. It's a little bit faster too. I love to sew on these. And I also love to make covers out of them because I just think they are so gorgeous. Look at that. That would make a gorgeous cover. It's all done for you. All you have to do is back it, fold it, glue it. You've got a beautiful cover. So, all right, enough about what you can do with collage sheets. Let's get started. What I've done is I've pulled out a bunch of bits and pieces. Let's see here, put those in there. Some of this is just scraps. Most of it is just scraps. So I probably won't use a lot of these. This is my homemade washi, so I thought I'd use some of that. This is actually some baking paper that I got from Temu. And I was tea staining yesterday, so I thought I'm gonna tea stain that, see how it comes out. It came out awesome. It's white, but it came out really nice. I'm really happy with it. So here's some scraps. Here is like little bits and pieces, okay, and some words and things like that. Flowers, just little tiny pieces that I'm going to put on my collage board after I cut them up and do some decorating. So basically that's all it is. This is one of my flowers that was pressed, and then I just glued some packaging on it and made, you know, a little, I don't know what I'll use it for, but I do it all the time. So I play a lot. Behind the scenes, I play a lot. So yeah, just pull out some bits and pieces, some flowers, you know, any little scraps that you have from previous kits. This is tea card, another tea card. I don't use my tea cards. I photocopy them or I use other people's because I'm almost out of them, because I usually include them in journals if I make any that, I've only made journals so far that have been, you know, people have asked me to make a journal, specific journal, so I have done that. But I am still planning on opening my shop soon. So anyway, my journals will be in my shop. Any journals that I haven't sold already. So yeah, just pull out bits and pieces. This I actually cut out of some paper from Temu. It was just a paper pad. And I waxed one piece to see how it would come out. But this is the paper. And then I just cut flowers out of it. See? So if you don't have any flowers to cut out, just grab some scrapbook paper or a digital or whatever and, you know, fussy cut out the flowers. And then these I waxed just because I wanted to see how they came out, and they came out beautiful. See? So I'll probably fussy cut a lot of that out eventually. I'm not going to do it tonight. But I just wanted to give you another idea of how, you know, flowers and stuff you can get if you don't have any. So I'll put those scraps back. And then I just divide everything up. This is something I got at the Dollar Tree. I divide everything up and then I just go to town. So what I'm going to do first is, I'll move this out of the way. I'm going to cut up my collage boards and then decide what's going to be tags, what's going to be pockets, and what's going to be like a journaling card. And then I'm going to decorate. So let me just get my cutter and hope it will cut through it, because I think I need a new blade and I didn't put one on, but that's all right. I think it'll be sharp enough to cut through it. Now I typically will have a tag right beside me so I can measure. Hold on one second, because I just cut a bunch of them out. I already put them away, but I still have my tag cut out. So that way I can kind of measure about what, you know, how big I want my tags. So I'll do a tag here And it doesn't have to be exact, but this saves me from having to measure. So those will be tags. And then do I have a journaling card here somewhere? Oh, I have a postcard. That'd be kind of big, but that's all right. It fits, so I'm gonna do this as like a journaling card. This is cutting pretty good. I thought I needed a new blade. This I can cut in half. I can get 2 tags out of that. So, let's see, move it up a little bit. And as you can see, I did a lot of neutrals in this, and that was done on purpose so that I could, you know, really decorate them more. And let me just make another journaling card out of here, or pocket, or whatever you want to make it out of, you know, make it into postcard. I mean, it would be an adorable postcard. Look, you could do this and then glue a postcard on the back. I'd have to trim it down, but that would be adorable once you get it all decorated up. And then I'll cut up the other one while we're at it. Where's my faux? That's what I'm calling it. My little faux one. And we'll make some more tags. So let's see, we'll go this way. Oh, so good. I'll make another tag, couple, maybe. Oh. It is dull. And then I'll make a couple of journaling cards or pockets or whatever they'll end up being. So there's one. I could do what do I want to do with this? We'll wait. Maybe we'll make a pocket out of it or something. And then this is a little bit long. So I'm going to cut this to about there. And already it looks different, right? I love it. We'll save that piece in our scraps because we can use it. And actually I will cut this down and use it as a scrap, but I'm going to cut it down on this side because I didn't want to lose any of that. Here we go. And it's already backed, and you can decorate the back too. So here's one. There's another one. This is going to be a tag. And then we've got our neutrals, which tag. This is going to be a tag. So I'm just going to cut this down a little bit and save that. How do I want to do this? I'm going to cut that down like that and save that piece. I think I went through both pieces. I did. So did you get any crafting done today? Have you had a good day? I watched a couple of videos. Tony's back, for any of you who follow her. Her puppies were sick. They had to have surgery, so she was busy with them. And I was just getting ready to message her because I was getting worried because she videos every day. So now I have 2 tags here. I have 2 tags here. Journaling cards here. Another one there. Or you can make them into pockets or whatever you want. So now what I'm going to do is make these into tags. And what I do to make my tags is I'll take a small piece of paper. hold on one second. I usually will use my, I have a template that I have, excuse my reach. I have a template that I have, that I use, for my tags. It's a credit card, but it's put away. So I'm just going to use this as my template and just cut like that. And now I have my tag. Okay? So where are my other tags? So I'll cut here. I just cut it upside down, but that's okay. And here. It doesn't matter. The numbers are going upside down, but it doesn't matter to me because it's going to get covered up. And then here's a tag. And it doesn't matter to me really what's top or bottom, but I'll use this. And another way you can do it is you can cut up like this, okay? And then you can fold it over so that you have it, you know, going the right way. And then you'll have it being exactly the same. And there's another tag. And then one more tag. And we will do it this way. So I'm just going to cut this piece off. And then I'm going to flip it into the corner like this. The credit card is very easy because it's already cut. And you just put it corner to corner and cut it. And there's your tag, okay? And then the pockets, you can round the pockets or what have you, but you could do that after. We'll do it after. So these little pieces, of course, I'll throw away. I'll put this back in my scrap basket over there. So look at, you've already got, you know, your collage board. It could be shabby chic. We could do it, you know, vintage. You could do it, probably do it steampunk if you really wanted to. I added pink to my steampunk. Couldn't help it. I just couldn't help it. Just didn't look right. So yeah. And then you could do botanical, of course. Botanical and shabby chic, I think, are very close. Well, actually, I think, excuse me, after trying everything, I think everything's pretty close. And now you can just put that away. And you know what? I should probably grab my glass mat. I hope it doesn't glare. Hold on one moment. Sorry about that, guys. It's right here beside me. It's just heavy. I don't want to get glue on my desk, even though it's got plexiglass on it. It kind of gets to be a pain. See, I get that glare. Ugh. We'll cover it. There we go. Takes care of that glare. So here are our items that we're going to use. Here's just a little piece that I really liked. Now, a couple of things that I've done is I have been stamping, doing tons of stamping on things. So these are old, like, Rolodex cards. So I've been doing stamping on those. Tons of stamping. Just anytime I have my stamps out, I've been stamping. On fabric, on paper. I did it on wallpaper and watercolored it. And it came out so good. Actually, I think I'm going to use it tonight if it's right here. Which I really hope that it is because it's so cute. Like I said, I watercolored on it and it came out so adorable. And who knew you could watercolor on vintage wallpaper, but you can. I really hope it's here. What did I do with it? Excuse my reach. Maybe it's in here. It's a whole piece. Nope, these are just scraps. Oh, dang. What did I do with that? It should be right beside me. Hold on one second. That is so annoying. I have everything so organized. I shouldn't have organized. It's my fault. I also got some Happy Mails I have to open. My husband just brought them home from the mailbox. And so I think what I did was I put it right on top of what the watercolor. Nope, I didn't. Maybe I did. Where are you? Ah, it's so annoying. I really wanted to show you that. And it's not here. Oh well. Anyway, moving on. Oh, yes, it's here. So I stamped on it, and then I watercolored it. And it didn't go through. It's awesome. And I love the paper. So I'm going to fussy cut those out and use some of those. And I thought we could fussy cut out some of these and use some of those on, you know, some of these. I had seen Kate she had done some stamping. She had done a video on stamping and, you know, adding it to your collages. And I thought, oh, I have those stamps, you know, that I've already stamped out. So I like, you know, if I'm going to stamp, I'll spend a couple of hours stamping because I just don't want to pull it out again. So anyway, here we go. Let's decorate. I'll give you some ideas. Now see, this is going upside down, but it doesn't really bother me. And so is the music sheet. Actually, I could just cut it here, which I think I'll do, and make a journal card out of it. Because now everything is upside down. Like I just noticed, like the music paper and everything was upside down. So let me just even this off and I'll make a journal card out of it. That's good. And I'll save this as a scrap. That goes in scraps. Alrighty. So I'm just going to pull the ones that Rachel did from yeah, where she's from, Rachel Bella Crafts. And there we go. Those are the ones I did. So these are the faux ones. These are the ones I did. And these are the stamps that I used. So what I'm going to do is, I think real quick, if you don't mind, let me just cut out one of these little girls. And I really used a lot of water in these because, especially that pink one, because the pink was so bright and I didn't want it that bright. But isn't this adorable? This is so cute. And I've been wanting to use these stamps for so long. These were handmade by a friend of mine, and I have used them once in 3 years. So, Jean, I forget her last name. I'll put it in the description if you're interested in the stamps. I don't know if she sells them anymore. She used to, but I'm talking 3 years ago. I don't even know if she has an Etsy shop anymore. But you could check. She didn't have like a name of an Etsy shop, so I don't really remember how I bought these. You know, we became friends and she was making them, and so, you know, making her own stamps, and so I bought them because I just thought they were so cute. And she made me one big one and one small one. And I did, at one time, I stamped a bunch of fabric and used them in my slow stitch, so. But that was it, and they got put away. But I am really trying hard to use my stamps, you know. I'm in a very big use your stash. Enchanted 71. Is it Enchanted Dream 71? Anyway, it's Lori. and I've been following her in Use Your Stash 2023, and I have been. That's what started me to organize. So there you go. It's a vintage piece of wallpaper. You could use this on anything. How cool is that? And let me just cut this out real quick too, if you don't mind me fussy cutting. It will only take a second. I don't really take too long fussy cutting. It's like my favorite thing to do. And see, I moved the paper. I moved my paper, not my scissors. It's like my easiest way. I mean, you could do it any way you wanted, but I just moved my paper. And it cuts it really good. As Rachel from Roxy Creation says, I'm just going to messy cut. I'm not going to, you know, I'm going to kind of zip around it. And there I go. And there I have that stamped flower, and I can use that in my, you know, decorating my collage. I'm just cutting off the little bit of that. And sometimes I'll use my smaller scissors and go in and, you know, cut it even better. But, and I was going to watercolor this, but then I had to put it away and get going on my stuff. I was spending way too much time playing. I've promised myself 2 hours every day to organize, and it's working. Like I said, I'm almost done. So, and it feels so good to be organized. It really does. It helps my crafting and my everything I've been doing has just been coming very easy to me. I found a lot of my I didn't find them. I knew where they were, but you know, I have enough material to do videos all year that I've already done, you know, that I've already created myself and have ready to do videos with. I just keep squirreling and doing other things like this because it's fun and because I wanted to show you all. Don't be intimidated. You know, if you don't, you know, if you're too scared or you feel like your collage boards aren't as good as you'd like them, then use, like I said, a collage sheet that's already collaged and already looks different, you know, already. And just cut this little piece off. It already looks different cut up. And like I said, once you stitch around this, if you sew, if you don't, just take a needle or your awl and punch it, you know, and then stitch like you would one of those stitch cards when you were little, and done. So anyway, there's a couple of pieces there, and maybe I'll just do a couple of tags that I've already stamped out. How fast is this? These are from Sampool. These are Sampool stamps right here, in case you were wondering where I got my stamps. That flower one, I have no idea. I think I got it out of a magazine a long time ago. There's that one. And then I'm just giving you some ideas. You know, if you use your stamps, then you can just cut them up and use them in anything. You know, that would look really nice on anything, really. And it's already stamped out, so you don't have to do it again. Like, you don't have to take the time to get out the stamp and stamp that because it's already stamped. And now all you have to do is put it on whatever project you're working on. Make sense? Sort of, I hope. And then I have these, which I think I'll use. I'll just kind of zip around here. You can fast forward through this if you want. You don't have to watch me fussy cut. But I'm just showing you how I do it. People always say, why do you use big scissors? Well, because I don't really use my scissors. I move my paper. And like I said, I might go in with a little pair of scissors afterwards and trim it up or cut it up, you know, where I need to, if I have to. But Now you could use, you know, colored pencils to color this in. That would look really pretty, which, you know, I might do later. But for now, I'm just going to do it this way because it's stamped already. And there you have a stamp that's already been stamped, and you don't have to pull out your stamps and your ink and all that. And yes, I did them all in black because I do have a lot of colored inks, but a lot of them have dried up because you know, I didn't use them. But now that I'm doing use your stash, I'm printing less. I have so much ink, guys, so much ink. Because I'm using my stash. I'm using what's already printed. I'm in my filing cabinet every day saying, I forgot all about this one. You know, from projects that I started and was never able to either finish, or I printed them out and squirreled and went to something else. So I've got stuff. Grandma's attic I bought when they came out with it, and I can't remember the name of them right off the top of my head. I'll think of it. But I have had that kit since they came out with it, and I still haven't used it yet. I have a lot of her kits, a lot of them that I haven't even, you know, I've printed them, but not used them. So go through your printables if you have them. Go through your book pages. I mean, my goodness. So much to use. All right, no more fussy cutting. Let's move on. We're already at, oh gosh, 41. Okay, I'll do a few of these just to show you. And like I said, I hope you fast forward through my fussy cutting. So I'm just going to put her here because she's cute. Or wait a minute, do I want to make a pocket out of it? Yeah, or a journaling card. That needs to be glued down a little bit. So now what I'm going to do is get my glue stick out. And for those of you, I use Scotch Create multi-purpose because I can use it on fabric. I'm just going to glue this down. This is some of my handmade paper, and it didn't really glue down very good. Here we go. So I'm going to put her here. Or wait a minute. See, I'm so indecisive. It's ridiculous. This is the fun part. It really is, decorating up, you know, your stuff. Maybe I will put her on one of these. That's what I'll do. Because then I can, you know, I'm creating something that's my own. Even though the collage board is a digital, it doesn't matter, you know. And it will give you the confidence to start making your own. If it's something that you struggle with. I'm just giving you an idea. So I'll put her here. And then maybe, now I could use either side of this flower, but I'm going to use the stamp. And I could do something like this. Or maybe put a flower patch beside her, if it will fit. If I had just moved her over, that would have fit. But I'll use this one. So this is just an idea of how you can decorate your collage boards, because it's a stamp. And now you've made this collage board your own. And then you could add a word or a sentiment or really anything. I mean, the sky is the limit when you're decorating. You could use another flower. You could use nothing. Well, here's something that says poems and letters. So I think I'll do that there, just because it looks good. And you could use it in any journal. It's nothing, you know. I was going for botanical until I remembered I had watercolored the little girl. So botanical's a little bit out. I guess it will end up being shabby chic. Oh dear. And there you go. You've made it your own. And you've got your back to write on. Or you could take something like this and add it to the back, and it kind of matches the front. And like I said, I'm just not thinking about it. I'm just pulling, as you can see. I won't do all of these. I'm just doing some because, like I said, I'm just giving you some ideas of doing your own collage board, photocopying a collage board and working on that, or using a digital of a collage. And there you go. It's done, right? Let's do one journaling card. Now see, this is kind of, you know, I cut a lot of it off, so I'll use it this way because of, well, yeah, I'll use it this way. And I probably won't do any of mine tonight because, well, maybe I will if I have time. I'm sorry, my journals run so long. Let's see, what does that mean? Now that has a lot of flowers on it, so I don't really want to add more flowers, but I do want to keep sort of the botanical theme. So here's a little vase with flowers in it, and this is just a digital, you know, piece that I cut up. So I'm just going to add this here because I'm going to sew around these, and you don't have to sew, but I just think I like the look of sewing. I really do. And I like the look of hand stitching. I like the look of lettering, typography. Here's another one I could put here, because I'm trying to keep it a little bit more botanical than shabby chic. That's not possible for me. For some reason, it's always got to have pink. Or, you know, pastel colors. I'm just that type of a girl. So I think I'll just put this sort of up in this corner. And then, of course, I think it needs some sort of a sentiment or label or something here. So I will use, and you know, I'll probably decorate it up more, but how about, let's see, tiptoe through the tulips, even though those are roses. Oh, a fresh cut. Thought that said roses. I thought I had something that said roses. Flowers. Flowers will work. So we'll use flowers somewhere, like here, and then something right there. Let's see. That's too big. Let's see if I have a small one. Too big. Dang. I must have a smaller one. It's a bunny. Oh, here's something. It's a butterfly stamp. Perfect. Okay, so I'll put that down. And I just cut these with an old pair of, what do you call those, pinking shears that I got at a yard sale. I don't use my own fabric ones, but I got a pair for $1 at a yard sale, and I use those to make my, you know, to cut out and make a stamp. Or you can just cut around this and it would be an image. But we'll put that right there. And that looks good. And then you can ink around it, or you can sew it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I need one more thing because I have to work in 3s or 5s. Like I always have to work in an odd number. That just looks bad. Nope. I might use some washi. Yeah. I'll use some washi. And put that across the bottom. Or do I want to go this way? I think I'll go this way. No, I won't go anyway. Oh dear. Here's a piece that I cut off on my own, and that's kind of botanical. So let me just cut a piece of that. Or, no, that won't work either because it's the same. Let me just get a pair of scissors real quick and just trim up some of this so that it will fit right. And it's kind of a different shape. See how this is like, they're all the same shape? So I just wanted to add something that wasn't the same shape, and this isn't. So that looks good. Just might trim that up a little bit because it's not going across exactly straight. So I just want to trim that up a little bit. And I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to take the flowers, I'm sorry for that noise, and I'm going to put it right here. Okay? So I'm sorry this was so long. I'm sorry I gabbed so much. But I will show you in the next video how these came out, because I'll finish them tonight while it's uploading. And I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. And like I said, you know, my fussy cutting and things like that, fast forward through it. Don't feel like you have to watch the whole thing. Sometimes I just gab on too much. So just fast forward so you can see the end result. Because I'm sure you've all done this before. But like I said, my main goal tonight was to use one of the digitals in the Show Your Style collaboration, and I wanted to show you a way that you could do a collage board if you're intimidated by them, which people have told me they are. And I'm just going to put the flowers right there. And now I've made it my own. You know, I might round the corners, I might put a little notch there and use it as a pocket in my journal. Because when this collaboration is over, I hope to have a journal with all the different styles I've made. And that's what I plan on doing. It will be just an inspiration journal because everybody has been so fantastic so far. Just glue this down a little bit. And there you go. So we made this one and we made a tag. And of course, we used primarily, we didn't use any of mine, but you know, look at what you get out of one sheet of that collage board. You get 2 tags and 2 journaling cards out of an 8.5 by 11 collage board that somebody else has already done for you. And they don't mind how you use it. It's up to you. That's what they want you to do. You know, Rach wants you to use her digitals in the way that you create in your style. Now, I could ink these up and make them more vintage, you know, or what have you. But anyway, that's it for tonight's video. And I will be back again tomorrow with a really good video. And I will show you how my own collage board turned out. So, until we see each other again, that didn't glue down, that did. Until we see you again, or each other again, to play again some more, please take care, craft, watercolor, stamp, and play. And don't be intimidated, because you don't have to be, because some people do all the work for you. I mean, for me, working with people's digitals, it doesn't matter what I do with them. They make it so easy. Because, you know, we took this, right? And look, doesn't even look the same. So, until we see each other again, be well, be safe, and God bless. And thank you so, so much for visiting. And if you're new here, leave a comment. Let me know if you have a YouTube channel so that I can follow you as well. Okay? Alrighty. Bye-bye, everybody.